Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Hedera and HBAR, so let's just dive in and let's start off with the overall price here. So, sitting under 6.5 cents at the current time that I am recording this video, under a $2 billion market cap, at about a $3.2 billion fully diluted market cap. I do believe that the future behind Hedera is very bright, and today we have a massive announcement, one that I do think that all the HBAR bearings have been waiting for so long. If you are an OG HBAR holder, well, guess what? This should surprise you, so definitely stay tuned. But yeah, I'm very excited for the future of Hedera because one, enterprise-grade applications are obviously becoming a big focus point. I think that they have, for the longest time, become a spotlighted attention area to focus on around this market. There's a lot of great projects out there that are focused on enterprise, Casper obviously being another one, which we've been mentioning quite a bit, and there's so many other ones. But one thing that I would love to note about with HBAR's price action right now, around this range going all the way back to the summer to right now, is go back in time, zoom out, look at the price chart going all the way back to February of 2020, all the way up to this massive breakout and eventually the all-time high. I think that everyone kind of gets a little bit distracted by quick price action, quick gains, and things like that. But when you actually look at things like this, you can understand that this is an area of major opportunity no matter where the price is in the short term. This is what you want to focus on. Going back in time, zooming out, looking at the overall levels of interest, looking at where people were wanting to buy. No one really wants to buy these ranges. They want to buy when the price action pumps out. A great example of this is ADA. For anybody out there that is an ADA holder or maybe held ADA at one point in time, you probably all remember the fact that, guess what? Nobody gave a single care about ADA during this entire time, all the way up until we started to see things change during December of 2020 when this started to break out. Then, up here, when it was already well over $1, everyone's screaming, ADA is going to $10, $20, $100. I, in fact, remember a lot of IRL friends over on some social media platforms saying ADA to $10 to $50 to $100. That's usually the times where, one, you are no longer early in the price action. You're not going to get rich. You might make some gains, but that's only if you sell. But that's usually when everyone is talking about a project. I don't think that we quite experienced that with Hedera. I think that this price action here to 50 cents, yeah, it was exciting, but was it really anything special? I mean, yes, if you were buying during this time, it was great. It was like a 10x or so. It was a little over a 10x. But realistically speaking, we didn't really get that point in time where everyone was talking about Hedera and it was a big event. But I believe that that is going to change. Let's talk about why. One, when we look at the TPS, I think that the TPS is great. It's a great metric, but ultimately, is this a big focus point right now? Not really. I know, crazy, right? We're doing almost 1,000 TPS. We're adding massive amounts of numbers to the mainnet transactions. But should you really care about it right now? The answer, in the short term, I should say at least, is not really. Why? Because, again, I've gone over this metric many, many times in the past. The revenue for these transactions is not much. We're sitting at about roughly $1.6 million per year. $1.6 million per year is really not that much money when you look at other major networks. But, and I always say, when we look at what's happening, I do think that this statistic here, the amount of money being generated on Hedera, is going to change drastically. The same with TPS. I believe that with this 800 TPS, we could easily 10x that. But in the long term, we could easily 100x that, maybe even 1000x that. It's questionable on where we could go, and truly the sky is the limit. Now, I want to lead you guys to the next major topic on where does a lot of this transactional growth come from? Well, obviously, it's the enterprise-grade applications. We have a lot of enterprise-grade applications still left to go fully live, And one of them, is one that we've been waiting forever. That is the Coupon Bureau. Over here, when you go to the Coupon Bureau, you will see a little bit of a breakdown on this. You could also go to the full case study here and read all about this. This actually breaks everything down from start to finish, and you can actually see the challenges here, and then you can see the shared ledger for retail. This is a big deal. And you could also see selecting Hedera Hashgraph, and you can see everything around it from the performance, cost, governance, all that kind of stuff. You could also see the in action. Now, mind you, here are some of the brands, and I only say some because there's a lot more, because when you go and look at P&G, General Mills, and all these other brands, yeah, they have connections to many other major brands, but you can see some of them, which are well-known brands. You probably see these when you go into any grocery store within the US. Everyone knows Pampers, basically, Betty Crocker as well, but yeah, there's so many other ones. And there's a lot of industries here as well. Media, IT, education. I mean, this is going to be major expansion on the forefront of coupons. Now, I know, coupons. It's really not that exciting when you talk about coupons. But if you have been following the Coupon Bureau, you know that this is a very exciting topic. Because, yeah, at first, you only see 1.7 billion annual coupon redemption, $600 million worth of annual coupon fraud, $225 billion worth of annual CPG promotional spending and stuff like that. So it's not that crazy of a use case, right? On the surface. But we know from the past that this has been a much larger anticipated use case, because this could very well amount to 800 plus million transactions per day. That's right. 800 million transactions per day. Just to give you guys a quick little insight, yeah, with this transactional flow, we're doing about 60 some million transactions per day. Imagine, again, a 10x on that. It will change everything. Now, we know Hedera will be the trust layer for the Coupon Bureau. If you actually go over to their website, you can see this in action. You can see them talking about it. Yes, Hedera is the big key here for the transparency as well as the fraud mitigation. Would you see why Hedera Hashgraph? They break it fully down. You guys could read all about that if you want. But when we go over here to the Coupon Bureau, what they recently just said, this is the big announcement. This is the massive announcement. Welcome Food Depot to Universal Coupons AI 8112 standard. And you might be saying, well, this doesn't matter. It's just another major brand. Well, one, Food Depot shoppers can now enjoy manufacturer-funded AI 8112 coupons from Procter & Gamble, with additional content expected from 3 more leading CPG manufacturers by, the big one, June of this year. That's right, in 2 months. 2 months from now, we are going to start to see a big shift from the Coupon Bureau. This is big news. This is a big deal. We have been waiting for this for over 2 years. 2 years. So, as we look at what is happening around the Coupon Bureau, I'm very, very excited for this. I'm very excited for the future as well around the Coupon Bureau. Now, I want to take you guys a little bit back in time. 2 years ago, we did see the Coupon Bureau use cases way, way bigger than you realize. Again, I do think that this is something that a lot of people are kind of overlooking, because when you look at coupons, it's not that cute of a use case. It's not one of those use cases that, hey, it's $100 trillion. Hey, it's $50 trillion. No, it's not like that. But doesn't that mean that, oh, we should avoid this use case altogether? Absolutely not. We should 100% look into this use case, because guess what? They handle couponing for 70 to 75% of retail in the US. Take a step back. 70 to 75%. Look at some of the members here. They are a part, first off, they were appointed and are advised by the Joint Industry Coupon Council, JICC. This includes PepsiCo, General Mills, Procter & Gamble, Target, Wakefern, owners of ShopRite, Phillips Foods, Conagra, Bimbo Bakeries, Walgreens, Hormel, and Clorox. TCP is also managed by the Association of Coupon Professionals, which include members such as Walmart, Johnson & Johnson, Purdue, Kimberly-Clark. They are also partnered with the National Association of Convenience Stores, the National Association of Chain Drug Stores, the Consumer Brands Association, and the Food Industry Association. That's right. They're big. The scope of this is monstrous. You know the barcodes on coupons that they scan at checkout? Those are part of a legacy system for couponing called AI 8110, which according to JICC has been found to have unacceptable levels of fraud, 100 million plus annually. So what are they tasked with? Well, they want to create this new system to replace it that utilizes Hedera's HCS as a third-party trust layer called AI 8112. This is combating fraud. But what is the scope of this? Well, look at the transactions down here. So, at the time, this is actually pretty funny. So, at the time that this got posted over on Reddit, at the time, there are 227 to 365 billion issued every single year in terms of transactions. Now, at this time, there was not that many transactions on Hedera. So, this was very large. But we do see the number has varied depending on where you read. Let's split the difference and go with 300 coupons issued per year. Of those 300, 1.7 billion coupons are redeemed per year. With 8112, there will be 3 HCS transactions per coupon as confirmed in 1520 of this video, which you guys are more than welcome to go check this video out if you want.
But excited.
This is evolving retail coupons with the Coupon Bureau and Hedera Hashgraph. It really kind of breaks everything down around this use case. But nonetheless, we do see transaction 1 issuance 300 billion. Transaction 2 coupon is clipped 1.7 billion. Transaction 3 redemption 1.7 billion. Total transactions 303 billion per year. So with 8110 fully sunsetted and 8112 fully integrated, this should mean TCB is estimated to process 830 million daily transactions through Hedera, bringing us up to about 834 million daily transactions. Now, mind you, right, is this math fully correct? We have no idea because we don't know the scope of this use case just yet because this could be much larger than this. But even if we split this in half, right, think about how large this would be for Hedera. Again, this is just two use cases. If both of these use cases were live, Avery Dennison and this one at the same time, transactional flow would probably be hitting the threshold of 10,000 TPS. Imagine the Hedera report at that point in terms of the revenue. And I do want to take you guys to this quick video as well, because this kind of gives us a little bit more of an in-depth view on just how large this is. And we do see universal digital coupons will allow us to reach 3 times more shoppers directly. Listen closely.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I think there's also just the tremendous reach potential we have. You know, today, direct to shopper basically means for manufacturer leveraging, for the most part, some type of paper vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the fact that 8112 is going to enable us to deliver an offer via any digital placement, I mean, that's about 3x the reach. So think about all the shoppers that we cannot target today, we cannot reach today, we cannot drive demand creation with today. Multiply by 3, and that gives you an idea of the potential that we're looking at.
Even if we could reach them all, you know, which we can't, it's not relevant. So, you know, I'm just always shocked that FSIs are still hanging in big time. And, you know, you could argue that with me if you want, but they are, and that younger people are redeeming them. But still, there's so many younger people who would never even think about getting a newspaper, a physical paper, and much less cutting something out of it and carrying it into the store with them. So it's the people that we couldn't reach, that we just weren't relevant to. So that's why I started off with that idea about relevancy. It's going to keep coupon incentives relevant. They're going to be easy to use, hip to use. It'll be fine. So we're just expanding the consumer base hugely, as Mike said.
So yeah, this could reach 3 times more consumers. So take a step back. I mean, even if this is 50%, these daily transactions, these could very well be ignited by 2-3 times the amount. I mean, we could be doing over 1 billion transactions a day. I mean, like, just think about that. 1 billion transactions per day on Hedera. Could you imagine what the world would look like around crypto if that was actually happening right now? Well, guess what? That's the future. We should be looking forward to those days. Instead of guessing, what's the price of HBAR going to be in a month from now? This is what gets me excited, is the adoption around Hedera, the transactional flows around Hedera, things like that, and what's left to come. So with that being said, I really do hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys definitely like, subscribe to notifications on because of more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.